in my head, I'm literally thinking, wow, this is it for me.
Shout out to them people, mad ethnic right now.
What's up, clique? It's your girl Teeny back with another video, and today I have a story time video for y'all about all the times I thought I was going to get kidnapped. And let me tell you, I am an anxious person, so this is honestly something that I think about every day. And as a woman, it's something that I think about every day. Sometimes I do be overreacting, but the stories that I have today are not me overreacting, like literally. Well, one of them I was overreacting, but most of them I honestly probably almost got snatched up. And I don't even know how I got the idea for this video. I was just thinking, what is a story that I could tell you guys that's like kind of crazy and entertaining? And I was like, wow, there's just so many times that I thought I was gonna get kidnapped. So why not tell you too? So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. These are all at different points in my life, and I'm just gonna tell you guys all the juicy details. So the first story, I had to be 7 or 8 years old, and at that time my mom would take me and my sister to the library very often. But I think this day it was just me and my mom. At this particular library there was like a little kids corner, so I would often be on the computer, and then my mom would go and she would go to her book section and look at the books. And this library was not that big, so she could probably just peek around the aisle and see me. But one day I guess I decided that I didn't want to be on the computer, and I started wandering around the library, and I was literally in my own world. I'm a Pisces. You know how we don't be in reality. So I was in my own head, minding my business, letting my imagination run wild. All of a sudden, while I'm walking down the aisles, I see this man. I was reflecting before I started this video, and I was like, I could have been imagining that. Like, I could have been exaggerating as a 7-year-old, but I really don't think I was. I saw this man, and I saw that he saw me. I was on red alert. Even back then, I just knew. I watched the movies. This man looks creepy. Stranger danger, red flag, all of that. The sirens were going off in my head. I was like, oh no. He was following me, but in a way that he could have just been casually on the aisle. So I start casually, walking to the next aisle. This man starts casually following me and down the next aisle. And I just keep walking. He keeps following me. I'm like panicking. And I start doing like this little speed walk thing, and he starts speeding up as well from what I could tell. I get so scared, so I start calling for my mom. I'm like, mom, 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 and my mom is not answering me. I probably honestly wasn't that loud, because I have this thing where I think I'm speaking loud, and then I notice that no one hears me, so I realize that I'm actually whispering. So it could have been one of those instances, but in my head I was screaming my mom's name. I was like, mom, mom, mom. As I start screaming, the man kind of starts to disappear. I'm saying, like, he backs off, he kind of goes his own way, but I'm not really focused on what he's doing. I'm focused on finding my mom. I finally find her, and I'm like, mom, there was this man, like, he was following me. I was so scared. I thought he was gonna take me to the white van, and she honestly did not react. At the time I was like, hello, like, can we call the cops? Like, we need to open an investigation. Like, we need to get this man off the streets. Does anybody see how serious this is? And honestly, it's probably because I was so young, and mom probably didn't even know if that's really what happened or if I was just being dramatic. Two, it honestly wouldn't have helped if she started freaking out too. The worst thing to do would probably be go hunt after the man and like try to start trouble with the man, and then she wasn't there. She doesn't even know if the man was actually following me. You know what I'm saying? So now I get why she didn't just like, what I'm saying? I was like, we gotta go pop the trunk. Like, we gotta go get this man. Like, what are we doing? We ride at dawn. Like, what's up? Honestly, she's a woman too. That man could probably take both of us if he was really about it. But I do remember one thing that she said that always stuck with me. And she was like, whenever you're in a situation and you get a bad feeling about someone, look them dead in their face, make eye contact with them, and let them know that you see them and you're aware of your surroundings. And like, I do that all the time. I'd be staring people down. Like, if I see someone and I'm not too sure about what they doing or their intentions, I just be like, you gonna know that I see you, you see me, we see each other.
We see each other. We see each other. We good.
That's like really good advice to me because one, you're already aware. So it's like they're not going to be able to take you off guard if they are trying to attack you. So that was also something that would probably make them back off. It's like, oh, okay, like I ain't no surprise here. Like she already see me. And two, you already have taken stock of what they look like without the adrenaline of trying to get away. So you could probably identify them. So I think that's a really, really good advice. I use that all the time, Mom. I know she'd be watching my videos. So Mom, thank you for the advice. The second one happened when I was in high school. I was like 16 and I was taking AP Calc, and the teacher who taught AP Calc also ran this snack cart. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but I don't know if this is illegal or not. But you know how Michelle, God bless her, she took away all the good snacks in the vending machine. I still remember that day. I still remember how one day I came in and my Cheetos were baked and I was confusion. The vending machines were just completely rebranded and I didn't understand how I was supposed to make it through high school without a little sodium, without a little sugar, without a little carbohydrates. It wasn't gonna happen. My AP Calc teacher, she ran a snack cart. She had all the good stuff, okay? She had the Ruffles, she had the hot Cheetos, she had the famous Amos, she had the Airheads, all the good shit, but it was really bad shit. She was low-key like the cartel. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. She was El Chapo Jr. She was smuggling the goods into the school. But her rule for her class was if you bought, what do Coke cans come in? I don't really even buy soda. Was it like 16 packs? I don't know. I'm gonna put a little picture, the long boxes. If you bought 2 of those of either like Coke or Sprite, then you could get a homework pass. So as y'all know, high school starts at like 7 a.m. Ungodly. It wasn't bright outside because the sun hadn't even risen yet. Oh my God. We were literally awake and moving before the sun had even came up. I needed gas that day, so I stopped at the gas station before I went to school. I parked at the pump instead of in front of the building. And so I go into the building to pick up the cans of soda. If you guys have not seen me in real life, which a lot of you probably haven't, I'm only 5'3" and I'm literally like 107 pounds. Yes, you heard that correctly. That is as much as I weighed. I probably weighed less than, probably either at 100 pounds or like 98 pounds. Wow. So you can imagine how much I struggled trying to carry those boxes of soda. I was like, I'm just gonna struggle. Like, I'm just gonna get these cans. I'm just gonna hope I make it to my car. They're like stacked up and I take them off, struggle just to take them off. I bought them and there's this man in the gas station and he's like, do you need help with that? And I said, yeah, I watch Criminal Minds. Okay, I watch SVU. Sir, you don't know who you're messing with. I may look young, but you're not gonna fool me, okay? Rita's told me everything. Prentice, Garcia, they taught me everything I know. And you, sir, are not gonna get me. Not me, not today. So I told him, no, I don't need help. And I continued to struggle with my Coke cans. He definitely could have been my father. Like, he had to be like 30, 40. And he just takes them out my hands. And I'm just like, at that point, I don't know what to do. I can't fight this man. Like, I can't snatch like, he's definitely gonna be able to hold on to the cans more than I can because I couldn't even really pick them up. And so he's like, where's your car? And I'm like, should I tell this man where my car is? I need those Coke cans. And so then we walk out of the gas station and in my head, I kid you not, bro. In my head, I'm literally thinking, wow, this is it for me. My mom is gonna see my face on Fox 5. I was like, she's not even gonna know that I'm kidnapped until like 5 p.m. because I have practice after school. It's gonna be over 12 hours before anyone even starts looking for me. By that time, I could be across state lines. By that time, I could be out of the country. By that time, my life could be over. This is the whole time I'm walking to the pump, right? I was like, there's nothing I can do. I was like, if this is it, if this is how I get kidnapped, I could try to run away. He's gonna drag me to his little white van. I was stressing. But we finally walked to my car. I unlock my door, I open it. He just puts the cans in the back seat and he leaves. And I was like, thanks. That one I really thought I was a goner. So this is my last and final story. This is when I was in college. Wow, the fact that I used past tense to talk about college. Still haven't coped with that. So this day I went to the mall, Pentagon City Mall, extremely late. It was like 7-ish. Like, it was dark outside. I went there late because I think that was the only time I had to go, and I had to go to the Apple store. And I was so upset that day. I was just going through it that day. That day was just not a good day for me. And I know I probably looked sad. Like, my emotions really show on my face. I finished going to the Apple store. I think I was about to leave. I'm by myself and I go down the escalator and this girl stops me. I don't know like why I stopped because I almost kept walking. Usually I'd be walking. Usually I'd be like, I don't have time. This day I just stopped, like probably because I was so sad. She started talking to me, and honestly this conversation went on way longer than I expected. I thought she was just gonna tell me, hey, do you know where Forever 21 is? And I was gonna be like, oh girl, it's right there, you know? But no, she started talking to me about her whole life, started telling me what school she goes to, asked me what school I go to, just all of these things, trying to striking up a regular conversation with me for a very long time. Like we were sitting from the escalators probably for at least 10 minutes. She's talking to me, and she was like, we should be friends, give me your number and then we can hang out. In my head I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. But at the time it felt like when a guy asks you for your number and you feel the need to give it to them just so that like everything can end and you can, you know, get away. And so at that time I ended up giving her my number, which I really don't know why I did that. The crazy thing is, I think I was a freshman, so at that time I had only gone to the mall through the metro, but it was so late, like it was black outside. But this time I had taken an Uber to Pentagon City. It was my first time taking an Uber, and the guy dropped me off at some weird place. He did not drop me off at the front at all, so I had no clue what the front of the mall looked like or how to get there, like how to get outside to a place where Uber could pick me up. After I leave the girl, I'm trying to just exit the mall as quickly as possible because honestly I'm kind of scared. I don't know who this girl is. I don't know who she's with. I don't know if she's trying to recruit girls for either sex trafficking or to just for some cult type stuff. Like I had no clue what she was trying to do, what her motives were, and who was with her. I'm walking up like around the mall. I exit one of the doors. I don't know where I am. To this day, I still don't know where I was because I never ended up going back to that place. But it was just like an outside like seating area with a whole bunch of chairs and tables. I walked out. I started panicking, bro. I was like, oh my God, I don't know where I am. I'm trapped in this mall. This creepy woman just started talking to me and starting to get me to hang out with her. I gave her my number. She had texted me while I was panicking, and I was like, oh my God, she probably just tracked me with my number, like thinking all these crazy things. But eventually I do get to the front of the mall. I do call my Uber and I do make it back to my dorm because we're blessed and highly favored. Okay, I deleted her number. I never texted her back. I never met her, but that was pretty scary. And you know, these aren't the only stories I have. Like I have stories where this woman stops me and my friend on the street and tried to get us to come to McDonald's to a meeting with her about a modeling agency or like to get a modeling contract. Like, girl. There's also been times when I've been in the parking lot with me and my sister and guys have pulled up on us talking about they lost their wallet and they need our help. And then I have had times when I'm walking home with like 2 to 3 girls and guys have just like pulled up on us, like catcall us from their car. Even after we walked away, he'll pull up on us again and still try to catcall us. Like literally we had to run back to our dorm. I've had walks around my neighborhood and guys have like pulled up on me and tried to talk to me and stuff like that. Scared the out of me. Okay, first of all, after I had already ignored the man, honestly this was kind of just like a fun thing to tell you guys, but I mean it wasn't fun at the time, but now looking back it's like a lot of times I was tripping just a little bit. But this is a very real thing. It's something I think about like literally every day. Every time I leave my house by myself, I'm like, I gotta stay aware, I gotta look around, I gotta make sure I can't park there, I gotta park by the light, I gotta make sure I have my keys out before I walk. Just little things I have to think about. I have to adjust every day for my life just so I can not get kidnapped. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially since I'm such a small person, I feel like it would be so easy for someone to just snatch me right on up. And it's crazy because the only times I don't feel like that, or that men actually will just leave me alone and not, you know, invade my space, the only time I can do that is when I'm with another man. And that is so crazy to me. It's so sad to me. And the worst part is that I know it's not out of respect for me, it's out of respect for that man, because whether we're together or not, they will automatically assume that me and that person are together. It's so exhausting. And if you are someone who feels, you know, threatened by these things, or, you know, feels like your safety is threatened, then I hope you take the precautions I told you. Like, make sure you just stare people dead in their face. Like, there's so many times where I've stared people dead in their face and I just know like they're not gonna mess with me. That recognition, like, you make that clear with your stare. Also, just kind of stay aware. I really wish that it wasn't on us to prevent these things, but that is the reality. These are honestly just the most prominent prominent moments that I've just felt like I was in danger. And you know what? I might not have been in danger at all. I might have just been anxious, but it's just the fact that those things do happen that, you know, you have a right to be anxious and it makes sense. So yeah, those are my stories. If you have any crazy stories, let me know in the comments down below. If you have anything like, you know how they be on Twitter, like they'd be like, oh, this is a new tactic. Like if you have one of those, share them in the comments below so people can be aware. Like this video if you liked it at all, even if you were entertained, chuckled a little bit, even though it wasn't that funny, but you know, I'm funny, so you know, you might have laughed a little bit. Subscribe, join the clique, because we lit over here. And if you're already a part of the clique, make sure to share this video so the clique can grow and we can become one big happy family. And lastly, as always, stay classically you. Bye guys. Mwah.